Hey y'all again. So I think I have pneumonia right now, or I have something. My throat is very sore, my voice is gone. It's partially back, so I sound a lot better right now. I sound like a drug addict. I kind of still do for the beginning of the week. I've been sick since, see, there it goes, coming back. I've been sick since last week on Friday. And so the videos that you guys have been watching recently were actually recorded last week. Those journals are old, but I mean, they're still relevant to what's going on now. So anyway, this is probably going to be my last one in regards to my job. If not, the one after this one will either be the one of me quitting or them firing me, because I am not staying. I know that for a fact. I'm going to try to not make this a 30-minute video, so I'm going to get straight to it. I have been through hell. I called off work yesterday and I didn't really want to, but like I was running late. I stupidly waited till the last minute to get ready. I was busy like making finishing touches on my YouTube video. So I knew I was going to be late. Wasn't feeling good. I kind of walked outside and like the cold air hit me and I was like, yeah, this ain't finna work. I was feeling like crap because the day before we had a picnic, Hanami flower viewing. We went to go see the cherry blossoms with the kindergarten students, and we were outside for the entire day of school. Mind you that I was sick during this time, and that really took a hit on me. I was having a lot of trouble breathing. So anyway, fast forward, I didn't go to work yesterday. I called off. I sent a very apologetic email to my boss, which is the owner of the school, and I sent an apologetic message in the group chat on the Line app to my coworkers. My coworkers were really nice, like, oh, phony. Like, oh, look, I hope you, get better, blah, blah. Like, what do you have? And then my boss didn't say shit, as he normally doesn't. For some reason, after I got the job, he doesn't reply to emails. Before I got the job, he would reply to emails. So, anyway, get to school. Oh, so, fast forward. So now the next day, today, I do feel a lot better. I sound a lot better, too. And so, I was still having trouble breathing. I still wanted to stay home, but I got the bright idea, thanks to my mom. I didn't know. I normally don't like wearing surgical masks, you guys. I know that it's a common thing here. My boyfriend doesn't either, so not all Japanese people do, but most do. If you're having difficulty breathing, it is a lifesaver. Like, the cold air was, like, hurting my throat. And so, I'm sorry you guys have to hear my horrible crackhead voice, but like, I wanted to make this video while all the information is still clear on my mind, so I hope that either you can understand me or please subtitles try to make a little bit of sense so that people can kind of follow along. Excuse me. So, where was I at? I was talking about... Okay. So, yeah, wearing that mask was a lifesaver. Like, it made it easier for me to breathe. The cold air wasn't, like, going straight down my throat. It was like it was being filtered, and plus it was being, warmed or whatever for me kind of breathing in and out the same air. I can't really explain it, but felt good. Once I did finally make it to the train station, I did leave out later than I should have. I realized that I wasn't going to be at work on time, so I messaged my coworkers. I did not message my boss. That's the last thing that I needed. Because my mom didn't even want me to call off yesterday because she was afraid they were going to fire me. And I felt the same way too. Oh, I missed an important detail, you guys. I noticed the day before I called off that they're doing an interview, not this week, but next week on Friday for a teacher at the school. I don't know what school. They have more than one location. But what was I about to say? I'm 90% sure that they've been trying to replace me, and I think that's what they're doing. And I know that if that is what they were trying to do, they probably wish that they had that interview scheduled for yesterday because I wouldn't have been there. They didn't tell me anything about it, but it says that it's, a kindergarten demo lesson, but it's for a different class than mine. So they're going to do the demo lesson with the older kids. And I'm pretty sure that it's, for them to take my place because I also did a demo lesson for a classroom that was not the classroom that I currently have. So, anyway, what was I about to say? So, yeah, I came to school today. Even though I was late, I sent the message. I ended up getting there, I think, like 15 minutes late, and I felt really bad because basically I missed out on circle time, and it probably seemed like I purposefully came just in time for circle time to be over. Thankfully, my assistant, who I used to not like, who, I warmed up to her, she warmed up to me, whatever, she took over for me, did a great job, didn't act funny, so I think I'm going to volunteer to do circle time tomorrow so they don't think that's what I was trying to do, was skip out on it. So anyway, You know, my coworkers, some of them asked like, oh, like, are you feeling better? Like, are you still sick? Oh, like, you sound a little better. Or some of them was like, oh, you sound really bad, blah, blah. And so I was like, oh, to be honest, no, I don't really feel that much better. Like, I really do want to stay at home. I didn't say that. But, anyway, as the day goes on, my boss finally gets there. And so he asked me, you know, oh, like, your health condition's poor, blah, blah. So then he asked me, about, and I'll be totally honest with you guys. I know I should not be saying this. I know I should not be saying it. This is why I said, I'll be real with you guys. I ain't gonna tell y'all everything about my personal life because it is my damn personal life and I'm not stupid. I know that there are people that are, you know, just getting sick through and watching my videos. You all like seeing my pain and misery. You all like having shit to talk about. There's so many people that don't have a life that just spend their whole time on YouTube looking for people to dislike. I get plenty of dumb bitches inside my messages like that all the damn time. Whether it's my messages, YouTube comments, like, get a fucking life. If you don't like me, don't watch my shit. You don't have to talk about, don't fucking listen to it. Leave. Go. Bye, bitch. Get your own channel. Do your own thing. So anyway, with that said and done, I know I have to be careful with some things that I say. And I've already said a lot of things that I shouldn't say. But like I said, I kind of want to keep this, it's not just for you all. I'm not even getting paid from this. I don't have enough subscribers. I don't have enough watch time to get money off of YouTube to begin with. So this isn't fucking making money for me. This is something that I enjoy doing. It's helped me with anxiety. I enjoy that I can look back at, you know, the things that I've gone through, the progress that I've made. I have a lot of videos that I recorded before I even started regularly uploading in which I can hear how sad and depressed and desperate I was to try to hold on to relationships. And I don't even know if I think I might have permanently deleted some of them. But I'll probably upload them someday so you all can see how much progress I have made. Like videos that you all have never seen before. Dealing with that ex I was talking about that ghosted me. What was I about to say? So, anyway, again, I'm getting overtime. I said I was trying to keep it under 30 minutes. So, what happened was, when he came in, you know, this is what I'm saying about being honest. I don't have health insurance right now. I know I'm supposed to have health insurance. I know you guys are going to, like, you know, kill me. Oh, you're supposed to have insurance. Well, it gets worse, you guys. I never got a My Number card. I promise once I get everything, I'm going to, like, make videos and show you guys how to do everything. Because I know people are going to ask me, what's that? How do you do it? Basically, it's like a social security number here in Japan. Long story short, I told my boss that, you know, he was trying to act like he was trying to help me get health insurance, even though I clearly told him that I didn't have it when I sent the email explaining to him how I've been sick in the past and I have a really big bill because I have to take an ambulance. I never made the YouTube video on that I planned to do, but I'll get around to that as well. You guys have seen me reference how I talked about how even the doctors here are racist. For the stupid Chinese people that be trying to defend Japan. Oh, Japanese people are racist. I'm from this country. They love us there. And it's like, yeah, okay. Of course, because they know you're Chinese. But I ain't even talking about this because it seems like I have a thing for them. But, like, I don't. I really don't care. And I'm well aware of how racist Chinese people can be, especially in America. In fact, that's where the stereotype comes from, with them following you around the store and being rude at Chinese restaurants and nail shops, etc. I ain't getting into that. I'm not getting into stereotypes. I'm just saying that I'm not fucking stupid. For the people that, you know, are like, oh, like, don't forget about how Chinese people treat you all. I know that, but I also believe in treating people as individuals. Just because this group of people is bad to me doesn't mean that the rest of them are. 2 of my best friends here are Chinese. The nicest people that I've met in Japan have been Chinese and German. Do I like these 2 groups of people in America? I've had mostly bad experiences with them. But again, I know how to separate and weed out individuals from, you know, the group. I see people as an individual, not as their entire race, is what I like to try to do. I ain't gonna get into that in this video. I'm just explaining. But anyway, yeah, like, my doctor, like, after he found out I didn't have a and I told them when I got there, they were gonna serve me anyway, because obviously I took the ambulance, I was having trouble breathing. But they were like, oh, like, you know, since you're American, like, I trust you. He literally told me that. And then he went on a whole 10-minute story about how Chinese and Korean people he doesn't trust. And how they come here with, you know, really bad illnesses, etc., run up a medical bill, and then run back home. And so I'm thinking, like, okay, I get what you're saying, but why did you think that was appropriate to say to me? And so he went on and on and on talking about it. My landlord is racist too. He doesn't even realize it. So I ain't gonna get into that with you all. I don't care. I'm not Chinese. I'm just trying to help y'all out. But apparently I'm not. Apparently y'all don't like to hear the truth. Y'all want to believe that Japan loves you. Apparently y'all never read a news article in y'all goddamn life. Because all it takes is either reading or watching the news. And you will see nothing but people complaining about Chinese people here. But I ain't finna get into that. Ain't my damn problem. So, let's move on. These little almond cookies are so good. I'm sorry, I gotta eat, you guys. It's been a long day. I just got back from work. Anyway, so he like asked me like, he's like, oh, like I can help you, get insurance, blah blah, but you have to get a My Number card, and he contradicts himself. So he says that I have to pay for it, but when I tell him that I already paid for it and I got the card, he tells me that there shouldn't have been a fee and that wasn't a My Number card. Now, mind you, we talked about this when I was first signing my goddamn contract. I told him that I didn't have a My Number card. I told him that I paid for it then with my landlord who helped me change my address after I moved here, because he's super, super nice, might I add. And that I even showed him my damn receipt showing how much I paid for it. For some strange reason, he stupidly brings it up again today and acts like, no, that's the thing. So he says to me, he was like, you told me it should be 1 month or whatever. And I'm thinking like, bitch, we had this conversation 2 fucking weeks ago. Has it been 1 month, you dumb bitch? But of course I can't say that because he's my boss. So I'm like, yeah. And so I show him the receipt and it's like, look, ho, it says end of March. Why the fuck are we having this conversation again? Why are you trying to start shit with me? So he calls in, I'm gonna say her name. He calls in the Chinese girl that don't like me at my job. And so, like I said, she's been trying to act nicer to me. I think she realizes that she's being a jerk to me for no reason. Because I'm nice on a phony level at my job. Like, there's no reason for you not to like me at work. But they don't. And so I think she's starting to realize that. So she's been acting nicer to me lately. Either that or she knows I'm about to get fired. So he asked for her to come in and translate. And so everything that I'm saying is like, no, you're wrong. There's no charge. There's no fee. And so I'm thinking like, you did the same shit when I went to immigration, because I had to change my visa, might I add, again, in order to fit the, visa they wanted me to have for this job. He got mad about that too. And so my boss has serious anger issues. He does not want to be told he's wrong about nothing. When I went back there, when they chose not to hire me and I asked for the brochure back, he insisted that he didn't have it and was going back and forth with me. And I'm like, bitch, just look for my shit. I'm not trying to argue with you. I don't care about who's right and who's wrong. I just want my shit back. If you don't have it, I'll gladly look through my stuff for a 10th time. But just admit that you don't fucking know. Damn. I hate his little bitch ass. And even funnier thing about it is, he dark as fuck. He's darker than me. I'm sorry, I'm trying to come at black people or anything. I'm black myself. But hear me out. What I'm trying to say is, there's a 99.9% chance this man did not come for money. Normally, Japanese people that have a dark complexion, that are very tan, they had some type of dirty labor-like job. Whether they were a farmer or some type of construction out there in the field type job. Basically, kitanai type jobs, as they call them, I believe. I forgot the word for it. Anyway, yeah. So I'm thinking, like, you got a lot of nerve to be a bitch to me. And so, he acts, like, really entitled and cocky. And I really hate that. So, anyway, it's like you cannot tell him that he's wrong about shit. And it's so weird because he acts like how a manager should at a normal Japanese company. Not like how one acts at a language school or at an international school. I've never met a Japanese employer at an international school. A male Japanese employer that was a butthead like him. He is the world's biggest dickhead. But I ain't even about to make a joke about that. We'll leave that alone. Okay, yeah, this video is going to be over 30 minutes. I'm sorry. But anyway. My makeup has failed me. My acne scar is showing. But it lasted almost the whole day. So. But anyway. So. After I explained to him about that, and I explained to, she was like, oh, like, you have to get this, that, and the other. I'm like, look, y'all, I went with a Japanese person. My boyfriend is Japanese. I know of the card, but I don't have to have it. I've been able to live here just fine without any of that shit. I never lost it. I just never had one. And so as I'm telling them, like, look, I never had a card. I know of it. I know that I needed it for certain stuff. Like, I've had, past employees, well, oh, do you have a card? I'm like, no, I don't. And so they're like, oh no, you could have never done these things. You can't go to school. You can't get insurance. You can't do X, Y, Z. And it's like, I've had all of these things before. You can get them without it. I don't know how they were able to do it for me. I'm just telling you what did happen. You want to argue about it? Sure. Go ahead. Argue with yourself. And so my boss is just adamant that no, you have to have it. So he's telling me about how, the other white teacher, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm not that bitch. So I'm just like, okay, I'm letting this man lose shit. And so I'm like, look, I'm just telling you what they told me. He's like, oh, and that receipt isn't for that, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, great. And of course, I assume the receipt doesn't tell you like what exactly was it for. It just says that I paid $5 for something. So, and I'm telling him like, I went with a Japanese person. So what's your fucking excuse? So, in fact, I'm gonna like talk to my landlord again so like I can have him vouch for me. But I'm thinking like, if I told you it's gonna be a month, why are you trying to start an argument over it out of nowhere then if you know it hasn't been a month yet? Why do you care so much? Secondly, do you want me to take more off time or something? Because I highly fucking doubt you'll be okay with me leaving work to go to the hospital. And I sure as fucking finna use my off time on the weekend for that. So, and so, then after that, then he comes back later. Now, he already complained about me leaving my stuff in the fridge over the weekend, which I can kind of understand that, but that's stupid too. He's such a cheapskate. He unplugs the refrigerator, apparently, over the weekend. Okay, whatever, fuck it. This is the part that got me. Then he tells me not to leave my stuff in the fridge overnight either. So, we have a company fridge. We have a kitchen. For some strange reason, I can't leave my stuff for the week even. Like, not even just Monday through Friday. Nobody wants to have to pack a lunch with them every single day. Because if I have to bring my lunch with me every goddamn day, I am 50% more likely to just go to McDonald's, which is literally like everywhere in Japan. There's no reason for me to bring a lunch stand. Because the amount of, money or amount of time that I have to take out of my day before or after work to go to the store when it's busy, to me, it's not even worth it. It's like, okay, I guess I might as well. I don't have a lot of space inside my backpack either. I don't like having to carry extra stuff. I prefer to just bring a whole lot of crap on Monday and then have it last for the week. And if he was like a normal employer, at my other places, I normally, bought however much I could fit for that week inside of that fridge within reason. Like, I ain't gonna take up the whole damn fridge. But I was literally just using one little drawer. I just had salad water. Why is that bothering you? My shit didn't go bad. It was that and salad dressing. And so he calls me over later. He's like, oh, Rin, please don't leave stuff inside the fridge overnight. Please take this home with you today. So I was like, okay. And he's like, oh, go in. So I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck it. So I was like, okay, I'm kissing ass. I grab myself. Tell me why. He comes outside during recess, and it was so weird, you all. Like, I feel like I just did, like, the best thing possible. Like, that was God. Y'all don't know. I took initiative. Yeah. Oh, my God. I got a Charlie horse in my leg and foot. Ooh, fuck. Ooh. Now my light falling. This is gonna be funny to edit. Okay. Ow. I burned my hand. Oh God, that hurt. It still stings. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I had to blow my nose, but anyway, decided to sit crisscross applesauce style. But back on subject. So, what happened? Okay, so when we were outside for recess, I was trying to like figure out what to do, so I wouldn't just be standing there. So I was standing and watching the kids. What is that? Okay, it's notification. And so while I was in the process of doing it, I was like, maybe I should go over to the slides. So I was monitoring the slides, and then when I realized that the kids were going over to the swings, I went over there, and I was helping them learn how to, push themselves on the swing, because they're like just 3 and 4 years old. I didn't learn how to do that till I was 8. And on top of that, I was helping people that were having, issues with their peers. One of my students was boohooing because apparently one of the other students said that he can't play with them, and he started, crying and sobbing to himself. And I called him over and I had him, go help find shells and like do fun stuff with the other kids. Tell me why, while I'm in the process of doing that, I see that one of the Japanese teachers, she's literally on her phone scrolling through stuff. Okay. Another Japanese teacher, she's sitting down while talking to one of the students. The other 2 teachers, besides the white teacher, she is really animated. I ain't even finna lie to her. I can't. But that's her choice. She chooses to get down there in the sand pit sometimes. And she normally sits there and interacts with them and does all that. Which is nice, but it's fucking recess. It's not my job to do that at this point. I do all of that during daycare. I do it during their indoor free time. I do it during the classroom time. Teachers don't play with kids. Even in Japan, they don't do that. When it's free time, the kids play with themselves. You can choose to join in with them, but nobody's going to think you're a bad teacher because you don't. As long as you're watching the kids, you talk to them, you can ask them some questions about what they're doing. Like, as long as you're not, like, legitimately neglecting them, what you're doing is fine. Okay. So everybody's not doing shit while I'm not only watching them, but I've been switching around, going different places and checking on things and talking to them and asking questions. And so anyway, the two Japanese teachers that weren't doing shit, they take the preschoolers in to go take their nap time. And then my boss, the owner, who has never come outside before, and I was just about to use my phone. I had never done it, but I saw the Japanese teacher do it, and I've seen her do it several times. But I was like, fuck, I want to check my notifications too. And I do it inside the school all the time, but I felt like it would look worse outside, especially since there's been a habit of, if I do it, then everybody loses their shit. So I swear, like, I try to make my story short. It's so hard, you guys. So I'm skipping stuff, but at the same time, this video is gonna be lengthy, and I'm making it even more lengthy by trying to explain myself. So fuck it. Excuse my. Okay, I sound like, what do they call those smoke sisters from off of The Simpsons? I forgot their names. That's Selma and something else. I'm just gonna call myself Selma. I sound like her right now. But anyway, he comes outside and he has a broom and a dustpan. And so, like, the kids think he's really cool and funny because he's, like, playing with it on the slide, etc. And he climbs up the slide. I'm like, why would you do shit like that when you know it's going to make the kids want to do that? And you know damn well that they can't fucking do that because they'll hurt themselves. And then who would you be blaming? Us. So, of course, I ain't saying shit. He also takes the dustpan and jokingly dumps it over the kids' heads. Now, I don't think there was anything in it because I didn't see nothing fall. But I'm just saying, if that was my fucking kid, and a teacher even pretended to be emptying a dustpan, the fact there's even been dust inside that shit, and you gonna hold it upside down over their head, I would smack the shit out of you, and I would unenroll my child out of your goddamn school and leave a 1-star review. But of course, not my children, not my place to say anything. I'm in Japan. So anyway, I could tell that he was watching me, and I could tell that he caught himself spying on me, because I don't think he's ever been outside. And I'm like, who the fuck sweeps the playground? That's not fucking yours. This park is like a block or 2 away from the school. Why is it your job to clean the park? And he wasn't even, like, really cleaning the park, like picking up real trash. He was, like, sweeping, like, debris back into the sand pit. And so I'm thinking, like, anything that's not inside the sand pit, let it fucking stay out. Using a dirty broom that's had dust and all type of shit on it, and you're using it to push sand inside, and it's really dirt, because they don't have real sandboxes here in Japan. And it's really dirt, because they don't have real sandboxes in Japan. And, you're using it to put it back inside the box, and where the preschoolers are playing. So anyway, once we go back inside, after, everything gets settled down, and I take the place of the Chinese teacher, my boss, he walks in constantly, and he tries to, like, spy on me, see what I'm doing. And he sees that I'm playing with the kids, they're laughing, they're having a good time. He wants to correct me on something like how he always does, but he can't, because he can clearly see that I'm doing my job. Well, after I'm done playing with them then, and it's time for them to have snack, and, the chick that don't like me, the Chinese girl, comes back, I get ready to take my break. And that's when he mentions the whole salad thing to me. And then after that, he comes back, into the room, and I don't know if he asked them something about me and then came back to me or what, but he went and talked to them for a second. It could have just been a coincidence. Then he came back to me, and he was like, "Oh, Ren Sensei, I need to talk to you for a moment." He sits down with me at my table while I'm on my computer, on my phone, texting my landlord, who was trying to help take me to the hospital, to which I, declined it, but I thanked him for it. And it was so weird, because my landlord doesn't know I'm sick. He just so happened to remember that a while ago, I was asking him for a recommended hospital or clinic. And so I'm thinking, like, how does he, I swear, I'm starting to wonder, like, has that man been inside my house? Because it sure is a mess. Maybe he sees that I'm sick because there's tissue everywhere. I don't know. Either that or he got cameras set up inside it. Now I'm kind of scared. Like, is he spying on me? Because how does he know that I'm not feeling well? Like, does he follow me to work? Okay, let me stop. I don't want to be thinking about all this stuff, and I'm making this video too long. So, he tells me that he went outside and that now all of a sudden he understands my throat. He understands my condition. Even though he didn't understand that just the other day. It took me calling off for him to understand I can't fucking talk. Okay. So now he says, yeah, we get that. But just because you're sick doesn't mean that you shouldn't be, out there playing with the kids, blah, blah. I'm thinking, like, actually, it fucking should. In fact, if I were a parent, I wouldn't want a sick teacher around my children to begin with. Especially not young kids. Having something like the flu or pneumonia can be deadly for them. And plus, they're not good at communicating what's really wrong with them, like an adult can. And their, immune systems are a lot weaker. So anyway, I'm just listening. And I'm like, God, please help me. Like, this man, like, he's clearly just trying to find shit to get mad at. This is like the third or fourth thing you came to me in less than 24 hours. Why are you trying to make me quit? What the fuck is going on? So I listened to him say everything he has to say first. And so he basically tells me how, he tells me how the other teachers are out there playing with the kids now. It's just me, and I'm just sitting there. Because I finally did sit down, I was blowing my nose, etc. And so I'm thinking, like, oh my God, even the time that you came outside, my Japanese assistant, she was leaning on a damn pole and sitting. She wasn't doing shit with them damn kids. You want me to be phony and pretend to be busy as soon as you come outside then? Or do what the fuck I was really doing? And so I told him once he was done saying everything, I told him, I was like, I feel like there's a double standard. Because I literally do the same thing that the other teachers do. He's like, no, like, I've seen the Chinese girl and the other teacher, he says their real names. I'm not saying the people's names. I've seen what they do. Like, this is from my observation. I'm like, I didn't say that you got this from other people. I'm telling you that you keep walking in on me the moment that I'm not doing something. Not to mention, all of the other teachers sit down except for that Chinese girl. I've never seen her sit down. I will say that. They all sit down. They use their phones. They do not play inside that damn sandpit. And me sitting down doesn't mean I'm not watching. I was literally turning my fucking body every direction that the kids were going in to follow what was going on. The Japanese teacher wasn't even doing that. She was faced in one direction, which was towards him. But you only get mad at me for some reason. You also conveniently don't come outside early enough to see the other Japanese staff on their phone. Or the other chick that was sitting down, which is what encouraged me to do it. Okay. So me saying it wasn't enough. So he calls in a Chinese girl to be the translator because she speaks like perfect Japanese. And I was struggling to try to say what I wanted to say to him in Japanese because he can't really speak English all that well. So I have to use my limited Japanese. And I ain't finna lie to y'all, like I said, like my Japanese is not nearly as good as it should be. I should know a lot more than I really do. So I'm very limited with how I can communicate and explain stuff. I'm not good at arguing in Japanese. I'll be totally real. He can speak some English, so I was using English too. But anyway, so she comes in, so the conversation goes entirely in English at this point because she could translate anything that I say to her. Or at least I hope she's doing it the right way. And it sounded like she was. I could understand some of what she was saying. But anyway, I hated that she didn't really stand up for me more. At least I don't think she did. She did kind of like vouch for me a little bit. I'll give her that. Because she translated it back. And so like he tried to act like he understood a little bit. I'm not even going to... He translated it back. And so he tried to act like he understood a little bit. And so... what was I about to say? So yeah, they claimed that they understood, but like he never really apologized for it. I'm not even gonna lie, like as big and bad as I want to sound, it actually made me cry. I ended up crying in the middle of it, which just made me look stupid. But I was so emotional because I was like, it took everything in me not saying, like, do you want me to quit? Like seriously, do you just want me to quit? Because fine, I'll fucking leave then. Like just say it then. Just say that you have no real reason to get rid of me. Just say that you're disappointed that I'm not quiet like how y'all thought that I was. Just say that I'm a good teacher, even though y'all thought I was going to be a bad one. So now that you can't critique my damn teacher skills, because I put all your fucking teachers to shame, now you got to try to nitpick on shit. Now you got to try to complain about the way I interact with the kids. Now you got to try to complain about me leaving food inside the fridge. Now you got to try to complain about whether I have insurance or not. Like, bitch, are you paying for my health insurance? No, you're not. So don't fucking worry about what I'm doing. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. And so then on top of that, all of that isn't enough. After we're done with that, of course, like, he doesn't apologize. But I'm thinking to myself, like, okay. And I even, like, said it then. I said, you know, to her, I'm going to say her name again. While she was translating, I'm thinking to myself, so I just said, I was like, you know, I feel like there's a double standard. I'm not the only person that sits down during break. I wasn't even using my phone. There were other teachers that were using their phone. I said all of that stuff, and I know she didn't translate that. But I know he can understand it. He does speak English, but I feel like when it comes to, like, detailed stuff, like arguments, he's so busy and so full of himself that he only hears and sees what he wants to believe and sees and hears. So, for example, what I really hate, and this is why I said, like, I'm done. I know for a fact I ain't even gonna make it through the whole first year. He is so full of shit that basically, if he decides something about you, it's law and it's fact. And secondly, if for any reason he decides to be a little bit fair, he calls in that one chick that I don't like. That's his right-hand man, which I understand because she's been there, you know, the longest. But she's bilingual. He calls her in. And so it's based off of whether, you know, whatever she says. So if she decides that she, you know, legitimately doesn't like me and wants to get rid of me, she has the right to do it. Because all she got to do is tell him shit about me. And he's like, oh yeah, that's right. And to be honest, I think that's exactly what's happened. Because it's like, why has he been on my ass all of a sudden? Where he's trying to, like, be on, you know, on my case and find shit to complain about, like, every single day. And I'm like, I just fucking came back from being sick. I'm still sick right now. I'm hacking up a storm. And you still got the audacity. So instead of being grateful that I came today, now you're, even although I taught a good lesson, I did everything I was asked, I'm interacting and playing with the kids, now you gotta come back and find shit to complain about later. And then I feel like today, like, since I didn't have Aiken students today, when I was doing daycare, he even, like, came in several times. I could tell he was trying to find shit to complain about. And this is what really made me upset. So remember that little girl was saying it was her birthday? Today, I didn't know that she had a brother that was there. Her brother apparently took a toy that either she was playing, I think she tried to take a toy that he was playing with, and they gave it to him. Even though she's a fucking baby. She just turned 2 years old. And I think he's 4. So anyway, they gave it to him, and she was, like, losing it. She was crying hysterically. She had her head thrown back, her eyes closed tight. It would not open them. It was just crying and crying and crying. And she's just this adorable little Japanese doll. She's so cute. And so, anyway, one of the Japanese teachers tries to hold her and tells her, oh, stop crying, stop crying. And then after, like, a few minutes, she just sits her down, like, stands her on the floor, and lets her cry to herself, standing by the wall. Then eventually, she moves her over into a fucking corner. 2 years old, mind you. And lets her cry to herself while the kids are playing with their toys. She's a preschool teacher. You had to spit all over my damn camera. She's a fucking mother. Oh my God. I wanted to beat the fuck out of all of them bitches. Oh, before I get off subject. So, I'll get back to this. So what the Chinese teacher was telling me, when she translated back my boss saying, she was like, yeah, they're really concerned about us watching the kids because a student chipped their tooth in the sandpit last year. So I'm thinking, like, okay, so since when does sitting down mean that you can't watch the children? And standing isn't going to instantly make me be able to save somebody from doing dumb shit. And if you really want to stop students from doing dumb stuff like hurting themselves and busting their face, maybe we as teachers, or better yet, the fucking owner, shouldn't be Maybe we as teachers, or better yet, the fucking goddamn owner, shouldn't be running up the slide backwards like a big kid with a fucking broom. Because you want to know what happened as soon as he was done with that? The kids started trying to do it too. And this is Japan, not America. There ain't no damn, woodchucks and type crap, that rubbery crap to catch you. No. If you fall in Japan, you hit straight ass concrete. Playgrounds are unforgiving here. Anyway, So I'm just thinking like, okay. I didn't even say shit to that. I was like, just be quiet, man. Don't say anything. Let them go. And I was going through, like, even with the whole salad thing, I didn't say shit. I was like, okay, yep, sorry. Grab everything he says to me. Sorry. Yep, oops, my bad. Sorry. I don't argue. I don't complain. And yet he keeps coming to me. So it's like, you're trying to press me. You're trying to send me over the edge. You just want me to quit. Just fucking fire me then. Fire me, goddammit. Fire me. Dude, please. That's all I'm asking for you to do. Stop playing games with me. If you don't want me to be here, you're upset because your little turtle ass bitch was wrong about me. And so now that you know that I'm not quiet, now that you know that I put together better lessons and that I'm teaching students better than the other teachers are, now you gotta find other shit that I'm not doing. Well, on the topic of what other teachers are not doing, I was watching the white girl who, thought she was giving me a lesson on how to take care of the preschool students. She wasn't doing the Aiken class correctly. She has them playing games for stickers and playing what foods do you like or don't like game. Like, that don't have shit to do with Aiken. That's why these kids fail that shit. Like, forget it. I ain't even finna get into that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm like, oh, conveniently, he doesn't say shit. He walks in the room, asks why she's crying. They explain why she's crying. Nobody's trying to comfort her. Nobody's helping her. They're all like, oh, she's crying for no reason because she took a toy from someone else. There's no need for her to be crying. She's 2 years old. Comfort her. She's a good kid. She's not even bad or anything. So sure enough, I asked. And I was like, oh, like, why? Because I didn't know what really happened at first. I didn't know that it was about a toy. I just thought she was crying. I thought that she got in trouble because they had her in timeout, basically. And I've never seen them have a kid stand in the corner. So I go over there, and she's still crying. And so I start rubbing her back, and I'm like, oh, it's okay. And so I try to make her laugh. I take, the little Lego toys, and I put them over my eyes, and I make, funny faces. And I'm like, oh, let me read, because she likes sitting in my lap, and she likes, grabbing books. I was like, hey. So I had one of the bigger kids that, came over and sat in my lap, too. I asked for him to go grab a book for us to read. I read 2 books, and by the time I was in the middle of the second book, she stopped crying. I was massaging her head. She came over, sat in my lap, and was all smiles, and was looking at the book, and was really, really happy. I swear I wish she was my baby. She's so cute. But anyway, so all the teachers are kind of looking at all like, oh, wow, because everybody started coming over to me. Everybody wanted me to read to them. And then everyone was like trying to show me what they were doing with their toys during daycare time. So I'm like, okay, now had I been the teacher of this classroom, had that been me in the Japanese teacher's shoes, you would have lost your shit. You'd be like, why is she crying? Why aren't you doing anything? The parents are coming soon. You can't just let her cry it out. I would never do that. I wouldn't do that with somebody else's kid. I wouldn't do that with my own. And I'm sorry, if I was the parent and I found out that you are letting my 2-year-old cry it out like that, we don't have to throw some hands. Because that is not cool with me at all. I don't even fucking have kids. I would never fucking do that. If it's an older kid, fine. Fuck it. But a 2-year-old? And she just turned 2. She's learning. She doesn't understand fully the concept of having to share. And it's her brother. I highly doubt that her parents say, oh, like, I'm going to say her name. Oh, your brother had that toy first. Go cry in the corner and cry. We don't care about you. We only love your brother. Too bad. Your fault. If she was an older kid, sure. She's crying for no reason. Ignore stupidity. But she just made 2. Come on. She's a goddamn baby. And for you to be a mother, and Japanese at that, how can you ignore a 2-year-old? I mean, she's literally just crying her eyes out, wah, in that corner, not doing anything. She's a really good kid during class time. She's good during lunch, stack, everything, recess. She's always really sweet. So it's not even like she's a bad or troublesome child. That really bothered me so much because I saw that as my own kid. And that's why I said I don't trust nobody's daycare. If I ever do have children, which at this point I'm probably not going to you all, I would never, ever in my life put my kid in no daycare. They're so dirty. They feed your children off the table, off the floor, even though it hasn't been cleaned. And even if it has, I wouldn't do that. They let kids use each other's stuff. They don't wash stuff down properly. And they abuse them. So I don't trust nobody. And I even just saw that right there. And I was shocked because not just one teacher. Literally 3 Japanese teachers all ignored them. I'm the only one that went by to play savior. He saw this. Says nothing to anyone. Nothing. He accepted their excuse for why she was crying and laughed it off and ignored it. I just knew he was going to complain about me trying to comfort her and read a story, because at first it was just those two, and then eventually more started coming over. But it was very obvious he was clearly sitting there in the room to try to find me not doing something, so he had shit to complain about. So I made sure I kept my ass busy for that whole hour I was there, so he couldn't say shit to me. How much went about I'm going to come back tomorrow, and he going to have something to say. And like, the next thing you say to me better be that I'm fired, because I ain't accepting no more damn criticism. Like, I literally just wanted to walk out the door. Like, the only thing that's making me stay is because, like I said, I basically I'll talk numbers with you guys. I already have 2 other jobs. I don't really need this job. I liked it because it was convenient and close. So I do kind of need it because of the proximity. But this is basically an extra $3,000 of spending cash in my pocket. Excuse me. Every month. So I literally don't have to, like, save any of it. I can just buy whatever I want to. I can save with it. I can use it for vacation. Anything. But I feel like this isn't going to work. It's not realistic. I'm talking too much. I'm losing my voice more. So, I think I went over everything that happened today, but this has literally just been a total hot mess. This is not what I wanted. I really hate it because the job itself is so easy, but it's like they're clearly all ganging up on me. Like, they're trying to get rid of me. And so it's like, okay, like, I helped y'all out in y'all time of need, and so the way that you all thank me is to give me a hard time and try to pressure me into quitting. Just fire me then. Don't even hire me. Why did you hire me in the first place? So now I'm definitely going to quit. I'm going to quit eventually. It's going to happen sooner rather than later. I'm going to be interviewing again, looking for another job. I can't keep living like this. I'm tired of the extra stress. I don't have time for their mind games. And I hated that I cried in front of the Chinese girl. Because I think that, like, in that split second, she kind of felt bad for me, like, even more. Because she, like, tried to be really nice. She was like, oh, if you ever need anything, you know, like, you can ask, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, yeah, whenever I do, 2 things happen. I even said that to them then. I was like, I always ask if you want any help with anything. Every time I do, either nothing is needed, or I do whatever I'm being asked to do. So it's like, okay, if there's nothing needed to be done, then I do watch and observe the children. That's my job. I'm done teaching. So I'm really just helping out with you all's class at this point. My class is taking nap time and going home. I have the second to youngest kids. So, but that's it. I'm just so frustrated. Like I said, I know for a fact that they're clearly trying to get rid of me now. And so, I'm probably going to go to the hospital even though I shouldn't. And just pay out of pocket because I can afford it. I really don't feel good. I need to turn my heat back on. I had it off so you guys can hear me better, but my voice is bad. I'm sorry, I'm eating a Hershey bar. They have these imported from the Koyo store. Don't waste money on these guys. They're really expensive. They're like $3. But, so stressed out. I just need to quit at this point. I've been trying to muscle through and stay with it, but I hate feeling like I'm under pressure. I hate double standards. I hate having to constantly defend myself to someone who isn't going to listen anyway. Whatever he says or thinks of you is factual because he's seen it with his own 2 eyes, basically. So, I'm done with my pointless rant. I know I'm just making some hater out there happy. Giving them more shit to talk about me with. Have fun, bitch. Thanks for the view. And remember, any interaction you have in my video helps me with my algorithm. Likes, dislikes, comments, good or bad, they all help me. So, bye.